In the glittering world of 18th century France, where powdered wigs and opulent ballrooms reigned supreme, a tale emerged of a young woman named Belle. But our story doesn't begin in a grand palace. No, it starts in a humble cottage on the edge of a dark, whispering forest. Once upon a time, there lived a merchant blessed with 12 children, 6 strapping sons and 6 lovely daughters. Their home was a mansion filled with exotic treasures from distant lands. But fortune, that fickle mistress, had other plans.
My dearest children, gather round. Our ships are lost, our wealth gone. We must leave our grand home for a simple life in the countryside.
And so, the once prosperous family found themselves in a cozy cottage, surrounded by rolling hills and mysterious woods. While most of the children mourned their lost luxury, the youngest daughter, Belle, saw beauty in their new life.
Father, look! The meadow is alive with wildflowers, and I've counted 7 different bird songs this morning alone.
Belle was not only a beauty with chestnut hair, she possessed a keen mind and gentle heart. Her days were filled with tending the garden, reading every book she could find, and dreaming of adventures.
Belle, always with your nose in a book. How do you expect to find a husband that way?
Yes, and look at your hands, rough from work. You'll never be a lady again.
There's more to life than finding a husband, and true ladyship comes from within, not from soft hands.
Months passed, and the family adjusted to their new life. Then, one crisp autumn morning, a letter arrived that would change everything.
Children, wonderful news. One of our ships has come in. I shall journey to the port at once.
As the merchant prepared to leave, he asked each child what gift they would like.
Jewels and perfumes.
Beautiful silk gowns.
And you, my Belle, what would you like?
Father, I only wish for your safe return. But if you insist, perhaps a rose? None grow in our garden, and I miss their sweet scent.
The merchant's journey was long and treacherous. Alas, when he arrived at the port,
I'm sorry, monsieur, but your ship's cargo has been seized to pay your outstanding debts.
All is lost. How can I face my children empty-handed?
with a heavy heart, the merchant began his journey home. But as night fell, a terrible storm arose, and he found himself lost in a dark, menacing forest.
I'll surely perish in this dreadful place.
Just as all hope seemed lost, the merchant spied a warm light through the trees. As he drew closer, he gasped in wonder.
By all that's holy, a palace? Here in the wilderness?
Indeed, before him stood a magnificent palace of white marble and gold, its windows glowing with welcoming light. The merchant cautiously approached the grand doors, which swung open at his touch.
Hello? Is anyone here?
But the palace seemed deserted, yet a fine meal was laid out in the dining room, and a warm bed prepared in a lavish chamber. The merchant, exhausted and grateful, accepted this mysterious hospitality. The next morning, the merchant awoke refreshed. As he prepared to leave, he spotted a garden filled with the most beautiful roses he had ever seen.
Ah, at least I can fulfill Belle's modest request.
But as he plucked a single rose, he heard a terrifying roar.
Who dares steal my roses?
The merchant turned to find himself face to face with a terrifying beast. It stood upright like a man, but was covered in fur with the head of a lion, the tusks of a boar, and the horns of a bull.
Forgive me, sir, it was for my daughter. I meant no harm.
For this theft, you must send one of your daughters to live in my palace, or forfeit your own life.
Please, I beg you. My daughters are all I have left.
Those are my terms. You have 1 month. Now go.
When he finally reached home, he relayed the terrible tale to his children.
Father, I will go. It's my fault for asking for the rose.
No, Belle. We'll fight this beast.
And risk Father's life. No, I must do this.
And so, with a heavy heart, the merchant led Belle to the beast's palace. As they approached, Belle gasped at its grandeur.
It's like something from a fairy tale.
They entered the palace, finding it as mysteriously empty as before. Suddenly, a deep voice echoed through the halls.
Merchant, you have fulfilled your promise. Now leave us.
Goodbye, Father. Do not worry for me.
Left alone, Belle explored the palace. She discovered libraries filled with countless books, gardens of eternal spring, and halls of unimaginable beauty. Though she saw no one, delicious meals appeared as if by magic, and invisible servants attended to her every need.
This place is full of wonders and secrets.
As night fell, Belle prepared herself to finally meet the beast. The door to her chamber creaked open.
Good evening, Belle. I hope you find your accommodations satisfactory.
Yes, thank you. Your palace is beautiful.
It's yours to enjoy. Will you have dinner with me this evening?
Yes, I would be honoured.
And so began Belle's new life in the Enchanted Palace. Each day she explored its marvels and read from its vast libraries. Each night she dined with the beast, discovering that despite his fearsome appearance, he was educated, kind, and even possessed a wit that made her laugh.
Beast, I never thought you'd have such a delightful sense of humour.
My appearance may be monstrous, Belle, but I assure you, my jokes are only occasionally beastly.
But the most curious thing was Belle's dreams. Each night, she dreamt of a handsome prince trapped in a body not his own, pleading for help she did not know how to give.
That dream again. Who is this prince? And why do I feel I should know him?
Months passed, and Belle grew fond of the beast and her life in the palace, but she couldn't help missing her family.
Beast, I'm grateful for everything, but I miss my father and siblings terribly.
I see. Belle, I will allow you to visit them.
Oh, thank you.
But you must promise to return in 1 week. If you don't, I will die of grief.
I promise, Beast, I will return.
Belle returned home, joyfully reuniting with her family, but her jealous sisters, seeing her fine dresses and hearing of the palace's wonders, plotted to keep her from returning to the beast.
Oh, Belle, please stay longer. We've missed you so.
Yes, surely the beast can wait a few more days.
Torn between her love for her family and her promise, Belle stayed a day too long. When she finally returned to the palace, she found it cold and lifeless.
Beast, Beast, where are you?
She searched frantically until she found him, lying still as death in the rose garden.
Oh, Beast, please don't die. I love you.
As her tears fell upon the beast, a blinding light enveloped him. When it faded, in the beast's place lay the handsome prince from Belle's dreams.
Belle, your love has broken the curse. I am a prince, enchanted by a wicked fairy. Only one who could love me despite my beastly form could break the spell.
You were the prince in my dreams all along.
Yes, I've been trapped in this form for so long, hoping that love would free me.
Suddenly, a gentle glow illuminates the surroundings, and a fairy appears, shimmering in the light.
You both deserve to know the truth. Belle, you are not just a merchant's daughter. You are of royal blood, and more than that, you are the daughter of a fairy queen, hidden from our world to protect you from danger.
What? How is that possible?
Your mother, the fairy queen, placed you with the merchant to shield you from the wicked fairy who cursed the prince. She wiped your memory to keep you safe from those who would harm you.
So, we were both bound by the magic of that same evil fairy.
Yes. The same fairy who cursed you, Prince, also sought to harm Belle. Your fates have been entwined since birth. Only love could break the curse that kept you apart and reveal your true identities.
As the fairy spoke, the full truth of Belle's past came to light. She was not only a princess, but the daughter of a powerful fairy queen, her destiny shaped by magic long before she met the beast.
So, Belle, you were always destined to stand as my equal, not just in love, but in power.
My whole life, I never knew.
Now, with the curse broken and the evil fairy's power gone, we are free to choose our own future.
With the curse lifted and the truth revealed, Belle and her prince embraced the future that had once been hidden from them. Their love not only restored the prince's human form, but also uncovered Belle's royal and magical heritage.
Belle, will you marry me and rule by my side, not as my subject, but as my equal?
Yes, 1,000 times yes.
And so, Belle and her prince lived happily ever after, their love having conquered curses, transformations, and the twists of fate itself. Their story reminds us that true beauty lies within, and that love has the power to reveal not only our true selves, but our true destinies.